Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm your coach Annie and I'm here to help you with your spoken English, your vocabulary and your communication skills. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you a technique that is going to help you improve your English. And that technique is journaling. In this video, we'll see what basically journaling is, what are its types, and most importantly, why and how it can help you to improve your English. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Also, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Alright, so what is journaling or what is a journal? So, the act of recording any kind of information, may it be in a written format, in an oral format, an entry of any kind of information is known as journaling. Now, when it comes to journaling or journals, there are many kinds of journals. For example, there would be account journal that is used in business, in accounting, where you put the entry of the expenses. That is an account journal. We have a daily diary, which is another example of journaling. When you write down your daily thoughts, you record that kind of information. That is your daily diary. That is also a form of journaling. There are art journals wherein you draw something and you the spread of your drawings, your artwork. That is art journal. You have reading journals where you put any kind of information about the books that you've read or the books that you want to read. That is known as a reading journal. You have anime journals, basically putting down any kind of information or making down any kind of entry. That is known as a journal. Now, why journaling helps or how it can help you to improve your English? Let's look into that. Firstly, let us talk about why journaling helps or why we should journal. So, journaling is basically when we store any kind of information and we express our feelings. So, journaling is actually a very good technique to express yourself. When you write down anything or when you draw something, what are you doing? You are expressing yourself. So, it is a platform to express yourself. Secondly, when you journal, you put down your feelings and you clear your thoughts. You must have seen this or noticed this thing that whenever you are overwhelmed with anything, maybe you are stressed out about something or you're very happy about something, you just feel that there's a lot of emotions that are bottling up. But when you share those kind of feelings with somebody, when you talk to a friend, when you talk to maybe a relative, when you talk to your parents, when you talk to your partner about any kind of thing, whether it's a happy emotion, whether it's a sad emotion, whether it's a problem, you must have noticed that when you talk, you feel that a burden has, left your shoulder. You feel relaxed. You feel that you've cleared your head. And journaling helps you in exactly that. When you write down your thoughts, you feel as made like a burden. So that is what basically journaling does. When you write down your thoughts, you feel that a burden has, left your shoulders. You feel light because feelings are not something that are meant to be bottled up. Feelings are something that you need to express. So journaling is one thing that can really help you. The psychological benefits of journaling are tremendous. There are many studies, many researchers that prove that people who maintain journals are much likely to be happier and manage their emotions well rather than people who don't journal. So journaling is a technique that will really help you not only with your English but your daily life as well. Now, why did I say that journaling can help you basically improve your English? Like specifically, I focused on how it can help you improve your English. So we'll get into that. What are the benefits of journaling and why it can help you improve your English? So firstly, journaling is a form of practice. When you are writing in English, what are you doing? You are practicing. Now, I've talked about this often in my previous videos as well. Whenever you want to learn any new language, especially, English, there are two things that are very important. One is content consumption, means the books that you read, the movies that you watch, audiobooks or podcasts that you listen. That is content consumption. And secondly, content creation. When you write, when you talk, when you express yourself, that is known as content creation. So when you do this in a balanced way, way, when you create, your English or whatever language you are learning will improve a lot. There has to be a balance. You have to create also. So journaling will help you do what? What are you writing? You are creating something. You are using your words, you are using your brain to create something in that language. So it is a form of practice, and you don't need anybody for that, right? You just need a pen and a paper, and it can help you to practice English, which is, I think, a very good opportunity. Because if you don't have a mentor, you don't have the time, you don't have the resources, just a pen and a paper can help you to improve your English, to practice your English. So it is a form of practice which is really going to help you to improve your English. Secondly, writing a journal is going to help you to think in English. Now, we have often seen that whatever problems we face, not only in fluency, but also, while making sentences, we often feel that my mind goes blank. We can write, but we cannot talk properly, or words don't come to the mind. This is a problem that I've heard a lot, that words don't come to the mind goes blank. What is this? Why does it happen? Because we are not able to think in English. And when you are writing, it is allowing you to think in English because you are directly thinking and writing. So your brain and your hand is connected. Now let me point out one thing, that when you are writing, nobody is going to judge you, right? Nobody is going to look at what you've written. And when you are talking, subconsciously we have this fear that people are going to judge us. What if I make a mistake? What if this happens? So we have this fear of failure. But while writing a journal, nobody is going to check that. So it allows you a more scope of practicing, and it will help you to think in English. Writing is such an, undervalued technique, or it is really so underrated that people have, forgotten the importance of writing. Whenever you are learning any language, four things are very important: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And you need to write. It is a practice that will really help you to improve your English, because it helps you to think in English. So firstly, it's a form of practice. Secondly, it will help you to think in English. Thirdly, it will help you improve your vocabulary. Now, how will it help you to improve your vocabulary? You're not reading anything new, but still, how will it improve your vocabulary? Now, when it comes to vocabulary, what is vocabulary? Vocabulary is just the words that you know and you use, right? And there are two kinds of vocabulary that each person has. One is the active vocabulary, which means that the words that you generally use, the words that you talk, like in your conversations, you use those words. And the second kind of vocabulary is a passive vocabulary. Passive vocabulary is the words that you know. You know the meaning. If I ask you what is the meaning of this, you will know that word, but you don't use it in your daily life, in your daily conversations. So it is an technique. Journaling is an technique that will help you to bring your passive vocabulary to active vocabulary. See, we all have a good amount of vocabulary. The words that we know, everybody has, I think, in my opinion, a good vocabulary. Just the thing is that sometimes our passive vocabulary is more than our active vocabulary. So when you are writing, your brain is going to think a lot, and it will give you those new words that you yourself will be very surprised to use. So that is how journaling will help you to bring your passive vocabulary into your active vocabulary, which basically will help you improve your vocabulary. Because when we are talking, there are so many words that we know, but we never use them. And while writing, when we use those words, it will subconsciously come in your mind the next time you are speaking as well. Like, the thing about vocabulary is that your passive vocabulary should become your active vocabulary, and journaling, writing basically, is a best exercise that will help you to do so. And lastly, it is going to help you with your tenses. Now, when you are writing a journal, you are going to mention a lot of incidents that have happened in the past, things that are happening in the present, as well as things that will happen in the future. So what you're going to do is you're going to use all the tenses. And this is like the most important aspect of journaling, that it gives you a form of practice for all the tenses. For example, if you are writing a daily diary, I'll come into, the types of journaling and how you can do it later in the video. But for example, you are maintaining a daily diary and you are writing about things that happened today or yesterday. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the past tense. If you're talking about something that you're feeling right now, what you're going to do, you're going to use the present tense. And if you're talking about something that will happen in the future, what you're going to do is use the future tense. So writing is going to help you to use the different tenses correctly. It will help you understand the situation in which you are going to use the different kind of tenses. So it is actually a very good practice because it's a mixture of all the tenses. You're going to use all the tenses. In my opinion, a very great form of practice because you don't need anybody for that. You can do it all by yourself and it does not even take much time. So, let us see the different ways in which you can actually journal or different methods that you can follow to practice journaling as a form of your practice in English. So, the first thing that you can do is maintain a daily diary that you write at night. This is going to be very simple. Just take a notebook and date wise at night you will write what your, how your day was, what did you do during the entire day, what you're feeling right now, and what you will do tomorrow. Keep it very simple. You can start with just simply, like, for example, I woke up at 7 a.m. today. I did not have much to do, or I did this work. I went to office. I went to school. Whatever. You can start with basic sentences until you reach a level where you are writing your, thoughts. But even if you maintain like a journal, a daily record of what you did every day, that will also be sufficient in the beginning. So this is a daily diary writing that you can do at night. Just before you sleep, take some time, like instead of being on your phone while sleeping, before sleeping, just take a notebook and you write how your day was. What you're going to do is you are going to practice the using the past tense, plus it will help you clear your thoughts, and of course it is a form of practice. So one thing that you can do is maintain a daily diary which you are going to do in the night time. The second technique of journaling is morning pages, something called as morning pages. Now if you are free, if you are somebody who is free in the morning, then this is something that is going to help you, or you can try to do this if you have some time in the morning. So as soon as you wake up, what you do is you are going to just write, no prompt, just write whatever you can think about. So try to fill up at least 2 pages in the morning. Write whatever you are feeling, whatever comes to your mind. There are no rules for this. There's nothing such as, okay, you have to write only about this or you cannot write about this. Whatever comes to your mind in the morning pages, try here is to fill the pages. So take at least 2 to 3 pages. You can start with 2 pages if 3 is a very it seems too lengthy. So start with 2 pages every day and you start writing whatever you feel in the morning happening, or maybe what are your plans for the day, anything. There's no rule for this. Try to write this. Now why morning pages are important? Because firstly, it's the first activity that you're doing in the morning. So like you must know this, that the things that you do in the morning affect your day. So when you are using English in the morning, you are going to use it for the rest of the day as well. Secondly, it will help you for a better day because you're going to be able to clear your thoughts in the morning as well. So this is very important. Morning pages. There are no rules for morning pages. Just every day try to fill 2 pages, and it does not matter what you're writing. Anything that you want to write, anything that you're feeling, you're planning, that you can write. So this is morning pages. If you are somebody who is not free in the morning, you can try other forms of journaling such as maybe daily journal and like daily diary writing and the other things that I'm going to mention in the video. But if you are somebody who has time in the morning, I will truly recommend the practice of morning pages. Now thirdly, if you are somebody who wants to start journaling and you don't know what to do, like, ma'am, I want to start journaling, I have a book, I have a pen, but what should I write? Like, even if you say write about anything or write about how your day was, I don't know what to write. So there are a lot of people who don't know what to write. In that case, there is something called as prompt that can help you. Prompts are basically the topics. If you search on the internet some journaling prompts, or I myself have shared a lot of prompts. If you follow me on Instagram, you must know this, like you know that I share a lot of prompts. So follow me on Instagram for that. And also on the internet you can just search journal prompts, and like those are basically the questions, and you can just take a prompt every day, take a question every day, and you can write about it, like write the answer. For example, name the 3 things that you are grateful for, or something like that. So prompts are really good. Prompts are wonderful if you don't know what to write. So you can start with the prompted prompt. And if you don't want to take the effort of finding a prompt, searching on the internet for a prompt, there's one thing that will really help you, that is a prompted journal. So prompted journals are basically basically the journals that have prompts in itself, and there's a space for you to fill it up. So that is something that is going to just like half all of your effort. You don't need to think what to write, you just have to answer those questions, which again is a very good form of practice. Now, in prompted journals also, there are various types. Like, for example, you have a gratitude journal wherein the questions or the prompts would be based on gratitude. Manifestation journals, wherein it will be about maybe your goals, your achievements. You have productivity journals, like productivity prompted journals, where the questions will be related to maybe your productivity. So you, based on what you want to improve also, you can choose your prompted journal. And if you have a prompted journal, you don't need to think about anything, just answer the questions, the prompts that are given in that journal. And the last type of journaling that I want to mention is digital journaling. If you don't have the time to sit and write, just use your phone, just use the notes application on your phone, and that becomes the journaling, that becomes the digital journaling. There are different types of applications as well, wherein I discussed the prompted journal. So basically you have those in the digital format also. You can use it on your phone. Instead of writing it on a piece of paper, you just have to type it out in your phone. So that also option you have. And there are so many types of journals that will really help you a lot. Writing is going to help you a lot, and this form of practice, this journaling form of practice, is not only going to help you with your English but your overall life as well. I have been journaling since past I started journaling very strictly last year, I think in the October or September of last year, and I have carried out journaling very religiously, very consistently up till now. And I feel that my life has really improved. My thoughts are better, my head is clearer, and I can focus on a lot of my goals. And most importantly, it has really helped me to bring my passive vocabulary to my active vocabulary, because when you're writing, you yourself see what kind of words you know, and there are different types of things that you can write, different ways you can write. So I think journaling is something that a lot of you must try. Everybody should try. If you have any doubts, any questions, like from where to buy a journal, how to start writing a journal, where can you find the prompted journal, if you have any type of questions, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have the habit of writing a journal, daily diary, maybe an art journal, anything, if you have any kind of such habit, so that also let me know in the comments below, and what has been your experience with it so far. And yes, that was it for today's video. I hope this video was helpful, and just watching this video will not be helpful. If you practice journaling and you implement the things that I told you in this video, then it would be truly 100% helpful. So I expect, or I am assuming, I am hoping that many of you will try this activity or try this practice, and keep me in loop. Tell me about your experience, and if you have any kind of doubts and queries, please let me know. That was it for today's video. I hope this video helped you, and please subscribe for more. I know I have not been consistent with my postings, but I plan to be consistent in the future. So please support me for that. And if you still haven't, please follow me on Instagram. The link is there in the description. That is it. Thank you. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next video.